The government has released the full draft of the curriculum for years 0 to 10 students, with Education Minister Erica Stanford calling it another significant step towards delivering a world-class system. But the changes have prompted widespread criticism, with maths and social science experts, arts specialists and PE teachers all raising serious concerns.
It's quite a broad
spectrum. No.
It's quite a broad spectrum of everybody.
Uh-oh. Can I just say, PE
Subject
teachers, get in there.
Yep. PE teachers, get in there in your Reeboks with your ankle socks and get into it. That's what I would say.
Who were originally involved in the rewrite say they don't recognise what has been released despite their names being attached to it. And some say they were shut out of the process after signing NDAs. Senior correspondent Lisette Raymond reports.
The bell rings and a 7-year-old would be sitting down for lessons on the civilization of ancient Egypt.
Yeah, this is it, right? So imagine they're going to add all these new things in, Chewie, and not to bury the lead, guess what they're getting rid of in New Zealand? Guess what's disappearing from all over the place?
Our own history?
Maybe. Well, listen, eh?
Nile Valley, the Bronze Age civilization, and...
Can I say, it all sounds really interesting. Like, honestly, the subject matter that they're talking about is really interesting, but in New Zealand, at 7 years old, what's better to learn about? Egypt and the pharaohs or our own history, the history of the land that they're in? And it's not that they're adding to, it's that they're eliminating the Te Reo Māori aspect of it. So, sorry, I've kind of given away. There was a present at the end that I'm sure everyone already knew, and I've already given it away.
The Iron Age. By year 5, they'd be learning about the Chinese dynasties. By year 8, they'd be across European imperial expansion.
It is a curriculum of the 1950s, Chewie. It is actually what it is. So finally, Luxon is right that they're getting New Zealand back. Just stopping it there. It's just back. That's way back, like 75 years back.
I have heard that the sun never sets on the British Empire. Have you heard that, Pat?
Yeah, let's go.
Head spinning, you're not the only one.
The number of hours that students will be getting and teachers will be getting to learn this stuff, I'm not sure how any students or any teachers are going to fit this into their year's learning.
History specialists, the latest to sound the alarm over the new curriculum.
Hey, Snuffles, good name by the way, you wait. They give some examples of what 5-year-olds are going to be learning. You wait.
Interesting topics seem to have been chosen, but overall the driving force of this seems to be a chronological narrative which ignores so many of the complexities of our history and global history.
Erica Stanford's classroom refresh, failing to win favour with many who spend their days there.
We're expecting our year 1 children, so that's our 5-year-olds, to know that Theophratus, circa 371 to 287 BC, described plant forms and structures, and his botanical texts were used for centuries as primary references.
What the fuck?
Have they met a 5-year-old?
This lady, and I'm going to go back to give her due credit, she has the best comedic timing of anyone I've almost ever said. You know, back in the 90s, there was the not jokes. I'm feeling really good. Not.
Oh, yeah.
This woman's timing, if we need to get to the end, is impeccable.
Described plant forms and structures, and his botanical texts were used for centuries as primary references. Have they met a 5-year-old?
It's good timing. It is good timing. It is good timing. So we'll keep going.
This, if you're wondering, fits under the science umbrella.
Our 5-year-olds need to be exploring, they need to be playing, they need to be interacting with science. I'm not sure that Theophrates is going to be high on our list of priorities.
It's not just a lot for students to learn, but also the primary school teachers who will now have to teach it.
It's impossible. It's unfair. Unless this process is paused, we're going to end up with an absolute disaster.
Already, in open letters to the government, the arts associations of dance, drama, music and visual arts have said they feel blindsided. Maths experts have expressed deep concern over damaging changes.
Maths.
And Physical Education New Zealand has also written to express its shock.
It's mind-blowing, Lizette, absolutely mind-blowing.
Dr. Susie Smith was part of the initial writing group recruited to look at New Zealand's PE curriculum.
Somewhere along the line, we're not sure, but somewhere along the line, we've been just shut out, I think. It feels like that. We cannot see our voice in this, and we cannot see our advice and guidance. People have been in this document that do not understand our subject area.
For example, all Year 8 students would have strict learning guidelines around athletics.
Which requires...
And for us old people, that's Form 2, right? So all Form 2 students, Year 8.
Thank you, Pat.
Requires fartlek training and baton exchange and relay. Now, this is archaic. We haven't taught explicitly around athletics for years. I'm not saying athletics is a bad context, but I have an 11-year-old son, and trying to get my 11-year-old son to understand fartlek training is just ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous.
When her advisory contract ended, she signed a non-disclosure agreement. Now she finds herself listed on the government's website as a contributor to a curriculum she doesn't recognise or believe in.
Many people haven't been able to talk to one another in this process, which has been frustrating, but it also has meant that now we have a very messy and incomplete and incorrect curriculum document.
You can't call consultation when the people on your advisory panels have non-disclosure agreements. That's not consultation.
The draft is now open for 6 months of consultation for feedback from teachers, principals and educators. The Education Minister can expect a torrent of it.
We're incredulous.
How much more feedback does the government need?
Well, a short...
So goes on to an interview, which I've actually already pulled up in another thing, and at 3 minutes 13, hopefully this hasn't been removed, she asked about the NDA. So let's just get the questions around the NDA, specifically why these advisors, because what the doctor was saying, Dr. Susie was saying is, if you've signed an NDA, how do you speak with the other experts who are contributing to the document during the process? So this was the question from Sam Hayes about the NDA.
Minister, why have the contributors that were involved with the rewriting of the curriculum been asked to sign non-disclosure agreements? Some of them are saying that it feels like an abuse of power.
No, it's just standard. I mean, the previous government did exactly the same thing, and I can see why they did it.
No, we're hearing that they haven't been asked to sign NDAs before. And it just seems interesting because I don't understand why any of this process about educating the country's children should be top secret.
Well, you will remember under the previous government, the science curriculum got leaked, for example, and it was an absolute debacle.
So she just goes on to basically saying that doesn't answer the question, and is being told that because in the previous government something was leaked, apparently an NDA would be the thing to protect that. Lord knows how, but that's the thing.